this Fusion Church. See the symbol? It's about two things being joined together, two opposites being joined together by the hybrid. And then we have the movie that came out about a year and a half ago called Splice, where the scientists actually created an animal-human hybrid. Science fiction, right? And oh, by the way, and it just always happens this way, the animal-human hybrid in this movie turned out to be a female. She has a baby. Okay? We talked about the Sphinx earlier, the fusion of humans and animals together. Here's an article I found just before I came to record this. The article says, "Forget Darwin. DNA science could soon let humans play God." The article says the new human species is one that begins to engineer the evolution of viruses, plants, animals, and itself. As we do that, Darwin's rules get significantly bent and sometimes even broken. Eventually we get to the point where evolution is guided by what we're engineering. That's a big deal. In other words, we're at a place right now with technology. And everybody who works in either in chemistry, biology, or advanced technology knows this. We're at a point now where we can see that we are almost to a point where we're ready to start drastically and significantly altering the human body so that we become a different species entirely. And that's going to be done by joining like technology in with humans, or, as we mentioned earlier, animal DNA in with human DNA, or humans in with animals, one or the other. And think about it. You think this is far-fetched. There are laws. There are laws in the United States of America that govern the use of scientists mixing human and animal DNA together. The government doesn't think it's far-fetched. The scientists don't think it's far-fetched. And we're living in a world right now where the reality of the Scriptures is going to come to pass. Remember, we're to look back to see what the future holds. And I remember there's one character out of mythology that really grabs my attention. I want to go back to this image of Baphomet. Okay, I want you to look at that image of Baphomet. Okay, he is a hybrid. He is opposites together, up and down, male and female, angel and human. Notice the wings, angel and human. And he's a hybrid of man and beast. Okay? You know what that creature was? It was called a satyr. Now I may be pronouncing that wrong. Satyr. A satyr was half human, half beast. You remember Dagon? Okay, the god of the giants was half human, half fish. Okay, a hybrid. The satyrs were half human, half beast. Now, I would just say, you know what, I'm not even going to pay attention to that. Had it not been for the use of the word satyrs in the King James Bible, remember, satyrs represent hybrid humans. Notice what it says in Isaiah 13. Now remember, Isaiah 13 is a prophecy against Babylon. And what is Babylon? Babylon is the kingdom of mingled people. Okay? It's the mingled people that God says, hey, come away from them. Don't get into marriages with them. Don't do anything. Do not mix the holy seed with those people. Don't do it. This is a prophecy against the kingdom of Babylon. Isaiah chapter 13. Look at what it says. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms and the beauty of the Chaldees' excellencies shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Satyrs are going to... It's just what the Bible says. It says it again in Isaiah chapter 34. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island. And the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl shall also rest there, and find for herself a place of rest. There shall be the great owl make her nest, and lay and hatch, and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, every one with her mate. Now I want to stop right here. Because as a form of judgment, God fills the land. Instead of being full of animals, instead of being full of humans, it's now full of beasts and hybrids. That's what God said. Now, God has a different way than this. I want you to notice in verse 16, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. From my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. I want to show you this. Here is the Old Testament. Here is the New Testament. Did you know that if you read the Old Testament and you read the New Testament, you know what you'll see? You'll see that they are connected together. This is the book of the Lord that you're to seek out. None shall want her mate. You want an understanding of the New Testament? You want an understanding of the book of Revelation? Go back to the book of Genesis. That's her mate. They all connect together and unite together to give wisdom to someone who really wants wisdom, someone who really wants to know. And I think you want to know what's going to happen in the future. And I'm telling you, according to the Scriptures, there is going to be a hybridization of mankind. And you know what that will cause? That will have the effect of negating God's offer of salvation to all mankind, because God doesn't save beasts. God saves humans. And so His offer of salvation extends for as long as you are human. But mark my word, this is what is going to happen. Albert Pike says it's going to happen. Marilyn Ferguson said it was going to happen. Joseph Smith even got it when he said, hey, the real religion is in the sacred marriage, uniting male and female so they'll become gods. Joseph Smith got it. Okay? Dan Brown, let's pull out all my books here. Dan Brown, The Lost Symbol, that's what it was all about. It was about man becoming God by the hybridization and that secret being kept in Freemasonry. And God has a different way. Okay? See, man's way is, let's take corrupt man and make his corrupt body live forever. I don't want that. God has a different way. He says, let's take corrupt man, kill the corrupt body, and I'll raise up a new body out of that will live forever. That's the one I'm going for. This is Pastor Mike. Lots of information here. I know that I've given you a lot. Go back and study these things and be a Berean to see whether or not they be true. And I appreciate you watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.